Hey folks, Scott Grove, GroovyMusicLessons.com. I want to do a quick thing on volume pedals because nobody seems to get it. I'm not going to demonstrate them. I've demonstrated them enough, and nobody demonstrates them well. They're constantly just trying to use them as an effect instead of as a volume pedal. Um, Again, I actually don't put volume knobs or tone knobs in my guitars. Because I am the king of the volume pedal and it's what I do, simply put. Okay, so I always use the Morleys, the PVOs, or the Steve Vai Little Alligator, but they are photoelectric cells and a couple LEDs in there. So what you basically have is the sun and your solar collectors over here. So it just simply sends light through a predetermined shape cut into a little thing that goes in between the two, between the sun and the solar collectors. Um, and it changes your volume perfectly, does not change your tone at all because there's no pot in here. There's not like a 500K pot or anything. That does not exist. So when you turn your volume down on your guitar, you hear the tone go down too. It's just a natural thing that happens. For me, it never happens since I leave everything on 10 everywhere. And then I just use this and then my amp with like double the volume if I would ever use. And I actually keep it really low, and then up a little bit for the solos, and all the way up for if I need it at the end, like pedal steel solo things that need all that extra clean stuff. It must be done if you actually use a volume pedal as a volume pedal and not just yeah. That's an effect. That's not a volume thing. Okay, so here's the other reason why you should not use anything but these. Okay, if you use like an Ernie Ball pedal or anything else, you're just going to run into trouble. Okay, if you guys know about pot values on your guitars, so just on your volume knobs, let's say you open it up and you have a humbucker guitar, Gibsons or whatever, you have humbucking pickups, they're going to have 500K pots in there. The higher the value of the pots, the more treble it lets through. So a humbucker is naturally dark sounding by nature because it's got a lot of winds on the two coils. So that's just what happens with all that winding. It keeps cutting your treble, keeps cutting your treble. The 500K pot lets more back in so that it brings it to a place that's very nice to listen to the pickup again. Whereas 250K pot does not let that treble out as much. So that will actually bring it down. If your guitar's too bright, you just put in a new pot that's got a lesser resistance value on it. So you have like a Strat, anything single coil pickups generally has a 250K pot. Okay, so that is keeping the treble and all that stuff at bay. It's kind of keeping it so it's not like an ice pick. And if it is, bring it down. If you need more treble, put a 250K pot, a 500K pot in there. But you see what's going to happen right here. With the Jim Dunlop and the Ernie Ball pedals and all this stuff, they put 250K pots in there. Okay, so you're already working with a piece of mechanical something that will wear out, that's the pot, and a string off a Kotex or springs and stuff that will wear out, the pot will wear out. No such things on here. And again, they're using 250K pots, which are for single coils. Okay, so you put your Les Paul or any humbucker equipped guitar, plug it into one of those, and you have just automatically taken your guitar and cut all the highs out of it, or quite a bit, because now you're using, as far as anything is concerned, 250K pots. You just got rid of the reason that the 500K pots are in the guitar. You just literally put 250K pots on your guitar where it should not be. Your guitar will not sound like it did. People are like, oh, there's no such thing as these being tone suckers. Yeah, that's exactly what it means. You put a 250K pot in with a humbucker, you just totally changed all the high end on it. So that's a bunch of bullshit. Plus, all those pedals don't have a buffer in it, which these do, of course, which helps your sound. It's just like a little extra juice to keep your signal going all that way from your guitar through all your pedals and all that way, and more cables all the way back to your amp. Do those pedals have them? No. So why use those? Don't. They're just bad all the way around. So maybe you understand now kind of what the ohm things is about, because you can make your guitar sound brighter or less bright with the ohm value of your pots. Again, imagine that. You got your Les Paul you paid tons of money for, and you got your perfect sound. Then you plug in just a volume pedal, as these morons keep writing to me. Who cares? Just a volume pedal. What are you getting bent out of shape for? It's got that little 250K pot in there. You just ruin the sound of your guitar, kids. Well, can't you just turn up a little bit of treble? It's not like that. Your pickups just will not respond the same. It can't happen. It's going into, you're amplifying what's going into the amp. So you're trying to create false frequencies, so your guitar pickups will not respond the same. So it's a bad product if it's wired that way. So too much crap to break, too much stupid stuff in them, not the right stuff that needs to be in there, like your buffers and so forth, tuner outputs and all that crap. Who needs them? It's maniacal. You can put a Y chord on there if you need such a thing. But there you go. That's the truth on volume pedals. Okay? So think it through. All right? Later.